So we are back, episode 2.
Yes.
Episode 1 was eventful.
Literally, man. Episode 1 was deep. And it's so funny, guys, because episode 1 was just, as much as we obviously were trying to explain how much stress we went through, that was probably only about...
Minuscule
amount.
Tiny portion.
Mini amount. Like, if we actually went into everything, we'll be here.
If you heard what we went through, you'll start booking us for therapy sessions.
For real. But obviously, like, that was, we just didn't really, because we wanted to, like, reflect. We didn't want to make it, like, such a, okay, so let's bring out our whole whiteboard of, all right, so we started over here. We didn't want to do that. We wanted it to just be, like, you know, just reflecting on how things were. But yeah, like, as the episodes go, you'll probably still hear little stories or little nuggets of extra information.
But now, honestly, like, it's just mad, like, because I think from episode 1 to now, I already feel a lot more confident in terms of just... how we want to direct, like not direct, but just the direction you want to go with what we're doing, like, because again, the love and support you guys have given us has been unreal.
No, because guys, like, we definitely have imposter syndrome.
Yeah.
Because we were just thinking, oh yeah, like, I think because we've been planning the podcast for a minute now. So because when you're planning, and then you put it out, you're thinking, oh yeah, you've known about this for so long, but you guys didn't. So it's still like a big, like, news and, you know, announcement. But
our personal hype kind of left.
Yeah.
Like, it wasn't the same until we announced it. And everyone was like, oh my kids, this is amazing. I'm thinking, oh, really?
Oh, damn, like,
maybe it is amazing. I don't know.
literally. Even when we were about to announce, we asked everyone, like, oh, what do you think the announcement is going to be?
Yeah.
Everyone was saying house or baby.
Yeah.
Literally, everyone said, are you pregnant or is it a house? So I'm thinking, damn, like, this podcast not a big announcement.
This isn't a news.
Literally, I'm thinking, is this not a big announcement then? But yeah, obviously, when you guys got it, then the love was there. And honestly, guys, appreciate it so much.
Yeah, like, we even asked for topics and you guys literally flooded us with topic topic after topic. We're thinking, when we made this initial, like, concept for this, like, show, we're thinking, okay, we'll maybe have a couple episodes
on this and that,
then we'll think about it as we go along. There's no one thinking, though. You guys have ordered. But honestly, like, we can't wait to get started. Today's topic.
Yeah.
I remember when I opened it, I saw 2 words. It wasn't a sentence, just 2 words. African parents. Oh my days. I knew that one had to be first.
Oh gosh.
2 simple words. I knew that one was loaded with a lot of something.
There's a lot to talk about. Oh my goodness.
Honestly, African parents it's a weird one. It's a weird one because it's in part and part we're gonna be African parents, but we're also gonna be British parents. Yeah. But in terms of African parents, like, came to this country, it's a very strange topic because they grew up a certain way. Yeah. They grew up with their certain teachings. When they were a child, they had the proper African parents then, like old school. And with them, they obviously passed down their values and all the things they had. Yeah. So our parents obviously took that. And then they came to the country and they had first gen kids. But it's just a very weird thing. It's a very weird thing because a lot of us who are first gens, we're Brits outside of our house, but then we're Africans inside of our house. So now, personally for me, obviously, I know everyone will agree, but there's very much a clash growing up. Yeah, big clash.
Definitely.
Like, it's hard to explain, but there is a clash, and I think that clash really affects how you see your life growing up.
Yeah, 100%. And I think as well with us, it's like, we kind of take some stuff from being African, and we also don't want some stuff from being African. Yes. So we kind of like pick and choose what we like. Because for example, everyone wants a traditional wedding. Yeah. But then when you go into the depth of the tradition,
when you go far
then
below.
You're just like, hold on, I don't want this anymore. And that's what happened with us.
No, guys, when I say we were dibbling and dabbling that tradition.
Literally.
Like, tradition is literally about dibbling and dabbling. Because if you want a proper traditional wedding, a proper traditional concept, you have to let go and let your parents take over everything.
Yeah, exactly.
And personally, that control is very dangerous to let go of, because if you let go, it's not your vision anymore. Yeah.
But then at the same time, it's like, okay, but we don't know the tradition.
Yeah.
Yeah, like for us, for example, like, we obviously wanted a traditional wedding on both sides. Like, I really wanted the Zambian trad as well. Like, I was like, yep, perfect. But then when it goes into it, like, some of the stuff that come before that, like, for example, bride price, guys.
Hey, I still get PTSD when I hear the word bride price.
Honestly.
Or sentence even.
Honestly, like, bride price day was funny. That was actually so funny.
When she says funny, she doesn't mean haha funny. It means funny as when you look back, this was crazy.
Yeah. And all we can do is laugh now.
Yeah.
All we can do is laugh now. Mm-hmm. But at the time, oh my goodness.
Like, I remember the day of the bride price, like throughout times me and Anne used to catch eyes like.
We'll literally be looking like. I literally, it's so funny because that day, like, everybody went back to normal. Everyone was calm. But me and Chem, we literally just needed a minute to just really gist and be like, what the hell was that?
Like, so if you're listening and don't know what bride price is basically like, it's basically meant to be a token from the groom's family to the bride's family. Basically, the groom has found a wife in your home, and this is our offering to you to show that we appreciate your daughter and
you looking after her and allowing her to now
become a wife. So obviously, the wife family will obviously say, okay, for that token, it needs to be X, Y, and Z. Yeah. And obviously, old school times, it was obviously about cattle and all that stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. But obviously in the UK, like, all we did buying cows.
Like, you want cow, just go and get a beef from Tesco.
Exactly. So yeah. So now obviously again, that's how things have changed though.
Yeah.
But tradition is cows. But now this is the figures where African parents have changed too.
Oh yes.
Because now they will prefer the money. What do you want with the cows? Well, what do you want to do with the cows?
Baby,
let's
get into it. Let's get into it. Because again, the key word I said was token.
Yeah.
Token.
Yeah.
When there's a cow, obviously it's just a cow. Like, it's token. Really,
but then again, because cows have a lot of monetary value back home, here it would be nothing. Yeah. So there still has to be a price on it. But then it's just
because when money gets involved, that's when behaviors change. That's when like it gets a bit more political.
Yeah.
You know what I'm trying to say? Yeah. And for us guys, it might as well have been 10 Downing Streets.
That day, that day was bad, guys. Honestly, we like, and it's so funny because the vibe that we had going into that day again, because this is what we mean. Like, we did build a double tradition because I was thinking, oh yeah, this is gonna be great. Yeah, of course. Like, he's gonna come, like knocking and like, yeah, he's come to get me. Like, yeah, everybody. Like, he's here. And then just to see how in depth it goes when they really want to bring out like tradition, then you're thinking, you know what, maybe I didn't want this actually.
Nah, for real.
Maybe, like, we literally said after that, well, we are not doing no bride price for our children. Absolutely not. I don't think our children would even at that point want that anyway.
To be fair, like,
but no way. There's just no way.
Because it is a token. The premise is a token, but I feel like it's just changed so much over the years.
Yeah.
Because again, the monetary value. It's again like, okay, how much is my daughter worth?
Yeah.
Rather than, oh, thank you, this is how much appreciation we have. I think it's flipped.
It's flipped a bit.
And that it definitely flipped for us.
It flipped so much that day. It was just like, honestly, like, my mouth was actually jaw dropped. Like, that day, if not for one of my sisters literally pulling my hand to stop me, like, actually locking it off, because I was fully like, no. If this is the tradition, I don't want it anymore. We don't want it. I'm a Brit then. I'm going to be a Brit I don't want to do this tradition anymore. I will just, where's my British passport? Please, I don't want to even be, I don't even want to, I will denounce myself. Literally, I just was not in it at all. And yeah, like, anyway, let's get into it. Let's give it just a little, we're not going to go too deep, just a little context. We need some context.
Yeah, cool. So, so we set the day for the bride price negotiations, and the lead up was actually fun. Like,
yeah, it was
like,
great.
We're getting very excited. Like, we're looking for our outfits. We even got matching traditional Zambian outfits because obviously, we're looking forward to it. Mm-hmm. So your family obviously told my family what the requirements, what to bring, and my family did all of that. Mm-hmm. Cool. So,
to note, guys, obviously, as you heard from the last episode, it's a single parent home for me in it. So obviously, as I said before in the first episode, like, the need for a dad in this type of stuff is actually like a big thing.
It's critical.
But anyway, so because especially traditionally, like, the woman or a woman's not really meant to be involved in the negotiations. Mm-hmm. So obviously, I didn't have like a father figure around for that. So there actually was somebody that could fill in that gap. Mm-hmm. And we're thinking, oh yeah, great, this is fine, just fine. Like,
it wasn't fine.
Until we realised that, like, hold on, you know what comes with this? It's going to be like deep, like, tradition, like proper deep tradition, that we're now thinking, okay, you know what, Mom, maybe you should have just turned into Mommy and Daddy for today, because I would rather that, because
Nah, for real, because and again, the topic is African parents.
Yeah.
And African parents in African
just
lands.
all things, tradition, everything.
Unfortunately, the man comes first. The man is the figurehead. So for you didn't have that.
Yeah.
So there's already now a lot of blurred lines.
Oh
my days. It was
so
the grey area. I didn't even know it wasn't even grey. It was just it was a colour. I don't even know where it was.
No, literally.
Yeah, so the day came and my family was parking outside and we're getting ready. Everyone was just excited.
Gas. Sorry.
And my family, we came rolling heavy. Like, usually it's a couple people. Please, my family, there was like 10, 15, 20 people coming. The house, the seats, we had to get extra seats. Still, it was a lot because everyone was here. Everyone was excited for it. You know what I'm trying to say? So we rolled in, like obviously we're vlogging or doing all of that good stuff. We're coming in, like the vibe was just so good.
It was lovely. Great.
We're just so excited coming in, hugging, holding the drinks and that stuff. Because we had plans to also do like an after eat, drink, dance, that sort of vibe.
Yeah, like a little celebration to be fair, yeah.
So come in now, sit down, and the first thing to do with a knock-in or a bride price negotiation is basically I have to basically state my intention. Or no, my representative, states the intention. And then obviously I have to now back it up saying like, there's a wife here that I'm come to marry. Yeah. Cool, we did that now. And obviously, guys, this is mad awkward. Like, this is mad awkward. Like, me just sitting there like this. I'm like, I've come to marry somebody. It's just so awkward, like, because I just turned 24 like 2 weeks before. Yeah. So obviously I'm still a young boy. So all these elders are sitting around and they said, oh yeah, I'll let him speak for himself. Speak, boy. I've come to marry somebody. Cool. So yeah, I've said it now and they're like, okay, cool. And in a lot of Southern culture especially, they do like how do you just describe it, like bringing down like the sisters and they have to pick.
Yeah. So the bride comes down. So I'm not meant to be I'm not at the negotiations at all. I'm literally upstairs. I come down with some people and you obviously have to identify me. I'm meant to actually be covered, but again, like things would just change and I didn't get covered. But I'm meant to be covered and you're literally meant to pick me out from like amongst other people. And then I literally, once you pick me out, then obviously I'll agree that this is who I want to marry and got back upstairs and then the negotiations start.
Thank God you weren't covered.
For real, man. For real.
It would have been awkward if I picked somebody else.
Imagine, no, literally, it was so funny. I was getting so worried, like, oh my gosh, imagine if you pick someone else.
And the thing is, well, me and Anne, like I said in the first episode, me and Anne were always in communication. Yeah. So as we're walking in, I was messaging Anne. As I was sitting down, I was saying, in case you're covered, give me a signal. Let me know who you are in it. Maybe move your shoulder one way. Sneeze or what, like, I don't know, like, but yeah, luckily.
Yeah, they didn't even end up doing that. But you would have clocked me though. Like, you would have clocked anyway. Yeah. Cool.
So obviously, Anne come so funny because Anne came down. I saw her face. I just started laughing. I'm thinking, look at this chicken man. And so obviously said this is the one I want to marry. Yeah. They prayed for us, and then she went back upstairs. And that was the fun part.
That was cool. And then I was upstairs thinking, oh yeah, just going to be upstairs for about, let's say, maybe about 30 minutes.
Just a little bit longer.
A bit longer, yeah, not too bad. Let them have their talk. And then I heard raised voices.
The negotiation started.
I said, huh? What is this?
Guys, if you watched The Apprentice, when they negotiate, they're not smiling.
They're not smiling. It's not smiling.
Negotiations aren't fun.
It's not fun.
You're trying to twist somebody's arm. That's what it is.
It's not fun.
Like,
oh my gosh. Negotiation. Oh gosh.
So basically, her representative basically said, so our daughter, because obviously this is the daughter, they say daughter obviously. Yeah. And they're saying, she has a degree, she's a lawyer, all these things. Yeah. And fair, true, all of that. And then it got to the damages.
Guys.
Damage income. What has been
and
damaged?
And the thing is, it's so funny because I knew that this would be spoken of.
Yes.
But then I was just thinking, it's not that serious. But again, this is the thing. We'll be like, wanting tradition, but to what extent? Mm-hmm. Because back home, they're going to be like, well, you live together.
Yes.
Which means that.
It only means one thing. Cool. So they did that. They added those damages, and we were expecting, okay, cool, yeah, great. Basically, we're expecting to hear a mad amount for the token. Because remember, we don't know what the token is yet. We get told the token.
Yeah. But then just some background on Zambian culture. What I was told anyway is that obviously when you're like the bride price, it's like a price on your daughter, but it's not meant to be like you're selling your child. That's not meant to be the vibe. It's literally meant to just be a token of appreciation. Not because I'm priceless. Sorry, I said it to my mom and we were like,
facts.
I'm priceless. You can't put a price on my head. Like how?
Yeah.
So that's why it's meant to be a token. Obviously back home, probably people like stretch it a little bit and can literally just be using it as a money making scheme, so that there's like a cap. Apparently I heard in Zambia there's like a cap on it to make sure that obviously people don't do too
electricity
much.
price cap
For real. Energy price cap. So so I was thinking, oh yeah, great, so that's the cap. So I'm thinking, okay, even do the cap is fine, do the highest is fine, that makes sense. I forgot that was a cap in Kwacha. That was a GBP.
Kwacha is the Zambian currency, innit?
Yeah.
So we're thinking, oh yeah, that amount Kwacha, come on, you and take double if you like. So we're thinking, because the thing is, again, me and Anne, we're always talking, innit? So beforehand,
obviously,
I kind of, she was kind of told me some of these things
just to prepare you a bit, innit?
Cool.
Because we're planning a wedding. By the way, we're planning a wedding, guys.
Yeah.
Money is being used aggressively. For this money. So if there's gonna have to be money used somewhere, it's like, okay, let's be finding out so that you can plan for that. But,
yeah. So the representative now, he says the fee now, and simultaneously the room went quiet. It was as if like I don't know, somebody pressed mute. They just pressed mute because I think people were trying to understand what was said.
Was that actually?
Maybe he said, maybe he's gonna say it again. Just guys, the fee was
it was mad.
It was wild. It was wild.
And I heard the fee from upstairs, and I now lost it because I'm thinking, what the heck? What do you mean? So I'm literally upstairs, like, going mad with everyone. Like, what's this? What do you mean that amount? Is everyone crazy here? Like, what's going on?
Yes.
I was so angry. I can't even emphasize. But then they're like, oh, no, it has to start high and it's meant to be negotiation. I'm thinking, no, but come on. But anyway, then they were reassuring me that, come on, they're just putting out that number. So I'm thinking, okay, fair enough. So I'm now waiting to hear, like, okay, I'm waiting for the negotiations to start.
Yeah.
It's not moving.
It's not moving, bro. It's not moving, bro.
It's not moving. So I'm now like to everyone, why is it not like it was now given? If you don't pay this amount, 25th of August ain't happening.
It's not happening.
That was the vibe. Like it's not happening.
Can you imagine? And the thing is, again, I've been instructed. I'm not meant to talk. After I pick the bride, I just sit there quietly.
Your representative
and all the reps talk. I just wait. So imagine me just sitting there. I'm just thinking. I'm literally flabbergasted.
Yeah.
I don't even know what to think or say because I know that we can't move forward with that.
Literally.
Yeah, we can't. Let's be very real.
At this point, this is in May.
Yeah.
Wedding is in August.
3 months time.
It's like, huh? Nah, it wasn't making sense at all. But then again, I'm hearing mixed things again that, oh no, you don't have to pay before the wedding. Then downstairs, I'm hearing it has to be paid before the wedding. So then I'm thinking, which one is it? Like, I don't understand. And
how would it be possible? We're literally paying for stuff for the wedding, and you want to add that on top? Oh, nah. I was thinking, no, there's absolutely no way. So now at that point, I was like, if this is the tradition, count me out. Because this is a ridiculous amount. I don't want, like, why would there be unnecessary strain during this planning process? We're already stressed as it is. Literally.
What is this?
Like, and so obviously now we give our counter price. it was a big reduction because obviously, like, let's be real, like it had to be a big reduction or else this wedding is going to be very difficult to move forward.
Yeah.
But obviously now they're thinking that's too much of a reduction. So now the back and forth was crazy. Like the volume was, and I said it was muted. The volume it finally rose because it was just one of those ones where, like, again, with Africans as well, there's a proudness.
Yes.
There's a very strong proudness that, like, you kind of don't want to look like you're I don't know, you just want to kind of stand for yourself, and that was happening a lot. So for us again, and me and Anne kept thinking, okay, this is about me and Anne, or it's about y'all.
And not even that, we're thinking this is about our union. Like now it's actually like, do you guys? Is it even about us getting married or just the financial benefit of? Like, I don't understand.
You know what I'm trying to say?
We're actually like, our union is meant to be the end of this. Like, but for like, if we didn't get together, this bride price wouldn't even be happening.
Exactly.
So it's like, can we remember what the actual aim is, or what the end goal is, that we're actually getting married and our union's about to start?
Yeah.
Because it seems like the vibe right now is just this Oh my goodness, that day was so like, guys. Oh, honestly, me and Chem were like, yeah. Bearing in mind, so much has been happening already. We've already told you guys how much has been happening. Imagine. So we're thinking now, this day that we're actually so excited for, we're thinking, yeah, it's just going to be a light thing. Like, obviously, our family's coming together officially, like, proper. But our immediate family has come together, but now it's like wider family coming together as well. So we're thinking, yeah, this is going to be great. And the food that was cooked, like, the vibe was set for it to be a motive. Like, it was going to be a party.
It was going to be a choppers. Like, nah, guys, like, it was set up to be such a good... And I think it was annoying because, like, fast forward a little bit, when it all ended, and everyone obviously just dropped it, time to party, it was calm, like, there was dancing, the music was slapping, the food was hitting. So, like, everyone was having fun, but I just know... in the back of me and Anne's head, get us out of here.
We wanted to leave. I'm not gonna lie.
We didn't want to stay to celebrate.
We literally wanted to walk out of that place. And I'm thinking, oh, where's the celebrants? Well, what was you celebrating before? There was no celebration going on, so forget about where the celebrants are. Like,
nah, for real.
Oh my god, that was the worst. Like, honestly, we wanted to walk out. I remember we had I think 2 minutes quickly. And we were like, I remember saying, what the? And
the funniest thing as well. We weren't really in private. We're just kind of away from everyone, so we're still kind of smiling. Like, yeah. But then we're saying on the breath, what was that?
No, literally, what was that?
Nah, for real. Honestly,
it was so bad. Like, honestly, it was like literally it got deep though. Like the normal process of how things are meant to go, it just like literally upstairs. I was saying to everybody, like, my sister literally had to pull me to not come. I was ready to stop it because I'm thinking. Like, I literally thought for a minute, like, is this all gonna end? Like, what's happening here? Like, what is actually going on?
Legit, there was a point.
And I'm thinking, imagine me and Chem, what we built together. A bride price, a little bride price is now gonna mess things up. This is why money is the root. Sometimes money really just scatters everyone's brains. Because, it was so bad, like, so bad.
So I remember now, like, this is mid negotiations and everything's getting very hectic, very heated. The tension is mad. And the thing is with me, like, I know I've been told, don't say anything, just let them do it. But I can't lie. I got to stand on my relationship. I had to speak up because it was getting to a point where it's not moving forward. And I'm so sorry. I'm moving forward with my wife. That's my goal today.
Yeah, that was the goal. Like, this was all for family anyway, really and truly. Because we're not getting that bride price. But, like, it's for family.
Formalities.
So, yeah.
So, I just had to speak up. Everyone literally turned their head to be like, what you got to say? And I had to be like, look, like, I understand tradition, I understand all of that. I basically went on a speech talking about how tradition is great, but we have to be very like realistic about the expectations of modernness and society, because if we're being real, like, proper tradition is cattle and all these things. And when it comes to like us as well as your kids, we are modern British Nigerian children. We're not like the stereotypical Nigerian born kids. So like you're kind of measuring us up to that scale, and that's not who we are. So just bear that in mind when you're making these conclusions and talking, because you're not understanding how we're very different to how you guys grew up. You have to kind of come to our level, because if you judge us from your criteria, then we'll never get anywhere.
Anyway,
You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
So I had to be very clear and frank. Look, even if you guys don't agree today, tomorrow me and Anne can go and get married, and that's the end of it.
And that's the end of this.
Like, this negotiation isn't for us, it's for you. Yeah. Tomorrow we can go to this registry hall, say I do, and then bounce.
Find 2 random witnesses on the road. Like, honestly, and at that point in the wedding planning, all the stress, we was for real. Like, I remember I was thinking, Chem, is this actually worth it? Yeah. Because, like, guys, like, it was such a battle constantly. Literally every month from about February to August, I can say something that happened every single month. And probably weekly as well. Like, all the time. It was constant. And it's like, it's so weird because we literally had such a, like, happy vibe for this. Like, we were so excited for it. And it just went left. And honestly, the way me and Chem are, both of us, like, we're just in tune, because it's so funny. When I heard Chem saying his speech upstairs, like, I had been saying the exact same thing to everyone. Like, you know what? Me and Chem will get married. Like, we don't need to do any of this. So all of this non-budging business, like, we will go off. Like, this doesn't matter for me. Yeah. That's why I wanted to stop it. But they were like, no, you can't stop it. If you stop it, I'm thinking, if I stop it, and what? Because tradition is all great, but the legally when we're gonna be seen as married is from the UK, like the legal wedding.
Yeah.
This isn't gonna because obviously after you've paid the bride price, after the negotiations and stuff, for Zambian culture, obviously that's now you're traditionally married. But that's so great and that. But if I can't say I'm married, like on any documents until I've actually done the registry. So this is all fun and stuff. But that's again why it's like, it's great for Africa.
Yeah.
But here, that has no weight.
There's no weight.
So to put so much weight on it, if we look deeply into it, there's no weight on this.
Yeah.
I can't say on any documents I'm married after this day.
Yeah.
It's only when we do the registry.
It is for formalities. And that's again where we say African parents, there's just there's understanding that they haven't grasped yet with us as kids. Like, we're British Nigerians. That's the unfortunate truth. Like, all of the traditional elements, yes, we embrace it, but it's a very much a dibble and dabble because it just doesn't work as smoothly there and here.
Yeah.
And I think it's tough because as well, like with our parents on both sides, it's like, look, this thing has to be worked out, or they have to be a certain way, or they both have to be respected, and all these things, because all it comes down to is proudness and shame. Like, let's be real. Like, in African culture, the most dangerous thing that they hate is shame. Let's be very frank. Shame is something that they just hate. They can't embrace it because it's the family name, all these things that they just don't want to be brought down or spoken about by this person. And again, that very much trickled into our wedding, definitely, but I can tell it's trickled into a lot of people's relationship.
It's just so weird because sometimes it's like, I feel like sometimes parents can put shame like it's more of a priority than like your kid's feelings, or just taking a deep dive to just think, okay, what about my child's feelings? Because the shame is how you feel, basically. It's not about how your child feels. So like, even with me, for example, like during the wedding time, like when I was going through a lot of stress and stuff, and just there was just like back and forths going on, I kept hearing this like, we need to all come together for the wedding. We need to all come together for the wedding. And I'm thinking, whose wedding is it though? Like, how could you, like, what? It doesn't make sense. Like, how can you say, oh, you need to do this, or you need to apologize, we need to come together for the wedding. This wedding needs to, because again, it's about how it's gonna look. Like, if the family is not looking all great, it's gonna look bad. But it's like, if we take doing all that apology, or like trying to fix things just because of how it can look bad, it doesn't actually fix the person that's hurting. Like, the person, because all that can be, it's like painting something and you still have, like, just do one layer. Like, just painting one layer. What's that gonna do? Like,
just to say it's been painted, even though you actually haven't painted a picture, you just put colour on it.
You just put colour on it.
Yeah.
So at some point, it's gonna leak through and we're gonna be back to square one.
Exactly. So it's like, it's now a thing of, okay, you put the look and the shame above the person who's actually wedding this is. Like, shame is just, it's a dangerous thing, man. And for us, I can't lie, as parents, man, and it's easier to say it, because when something bad happens, you're gonna obviously think about fallout damage.
Of course.
But personally, as a dad, as you as a mom, I already know, like, we're gonna put our kids first. Please, I don't care if you've done something embarrassing, come to me and we'll work it out.
I don't care how it looks. Because it's just like, because it literally that's how resentment and stuff, like, you just start feeling a certain type of way, and you won't even want to go to someone because you're just thinking that, are they actually gonna like look deep into like how this is affecting me, or it's gonna be like, okay, is the advice based on how the world will look at it, rather than one-to-one, like how it is for that person. So it's really hard, but again, this is the thing, like, because us, like, we love a traditional wedding, we love it for the gram, we love it for the outfits, the look, but then look at when we deeped like the depth of tradition, we're like, a lot of it we didn't really want. We actually didn't really want that. And like, looking back at it, obviously our traditional wedding was amazing, it was good, but man, that bride price, because the bride price started the whole traditional element stuff. And man, it was just man.
It was such a sore thumb in terms of all the traditional elements, because
for real.
Just not even African parents, but just African culture in general is very difficult to maneuver. Very difficult to maneuver. And obviously, like, again, we can only speak from our experience, because that was us, but we have heard and seen, like, people have told us, like, things have happened in their weddings, or they've gone through those things, and it's just mad how, like, culture and image and shame can really just grab your wedding like this and just shake it.
For real.
It's a lot. It's really a lot. Like, even even just as simple as like on our trad day, I remember like, because we literally said to our parents, look, this trad innit is for us innit, but we know you have so many trad elements. Look, do we want to do in it? Like I literally said to my dad and my parents, like, yeah, because we had an Igbo trad as well, a full Igbo trad, like, and my parents knew everything they wanted to do, innit? So I said, yeah, cool. Order of service, put all the things you want to do, the breaking of the collar nuts, all these things,
all that stuff,
and just make sure that everything's time scheduled properly. The timing was off, but from the jump,
timing was always gonna be off.
And that was okay in a way because look, we still have time in it to do certain things. But as the day went on and we're getting to the end, all the trad elements were ending.
Yeah,
I started to see extra things were now starting to happen. And I started to look at my dad like, he didn't say this was coming. He didn't say these people were coming to dance, coming to celebrate, coming to give. And the thing is, like, that's all fine. But you've added like 4 or 5 things that you didn't tell us about. So now it's like, okay, that's all great. But again, this trad thing is, again, your image. It's like, you kind of taking it and done your own thing with it, which is fine. Just let us know. But again, it's, with traditional culture, they're very thinking about how they look, and they want it to be like, yeah, look at us, we've had these people come and celebrate my son, and okay, but that keyword is your son. What does your son think? How does your son feel? You know what I'm trying to say? And we feel like the trad day, that kind of was forgotten.
Yeah.
Because I remember, like, I wanted to have a proper party afterwards. By the time all of the trad elements was done, we literally had like 30 minutes to party. And I was vexed. Like, I was thinking, like,
literally.
Like, literally. Well, might as well just finish this and wait for the white wedding, mate. Like, personally, me as a dad, when it comes to tradition, personally, me as a dad, I feel like I'm going to allow our kids to understand that they're British and Nigerian, because in a household, like I said, it's African, when you're outside it's British, but I think in a household it'll be British Nigerian, because it's very hard to make sense of that clash growing up. You know what I'm trying to say? Like in primary school, because I was around so many British people and I'm young, I don't really understand the culture as much yet like I do now. So I was very English. So it was very difficult for me to really make sense and even speak Igbo, you know what I'm trying to say? So like I don't want my kids to kind of feel like they're almost like almost like a black swan in the house. Like they don't feel like they have a place in the house yet. Like I want my child to understand, like, you're part of us, you're British Nigerian, I'm going to teach you both. Not just the British, not just Nigerian, teach you British, not both, you know what I'm trying to say? So, but the wedding day as well, that one was a funny one, because because like I said to my parents, look, the trad, do your thing in it, just make sure you get what you want to do. And like I said, they overdid it, but then the white wedding came now. I was under the impression that was our day. We worked with the coordinator very, very intensely. We made sure all the times were on point.
Timings was so important. Like literally, speeches had to be max 5 minutes. Max. Like it was so important, that timing, and especially because our ceremony ran over as well. We were so conscious of like, oh my gosh, we actually want to party. I'm sorry, like weddings were great. Like we were meant to do wedding games. We scrapped it. I remember telling the MC, forget all of that. We're just doing speeches, everyone's eating and we're partying. Because no, I don't have time to put the shoe. And
raise
do you
the
like
shoe.
who did the first kiss? Who
loves who better?
We're like, please, we want to party, man. We want to party.
Literally.
But yeah.
So I remember now, I was the last speech. I did mine, so now I'm knowing like, okay, cool, like it's all done. Like it's basically party time.
Party time. Let's
go change. Let's go have fun. Obviously, we cut the cake. Yeah, cool. But all of the formalities are done. I just said to Anne, finally is us, and we met. And the thing is, we tried to like work out the timing, so like, we had a good like 3 to 4 hours of pure party, especially because obviously the trial was barely any time. We tried to make it as if it was almost half a day partying. So comes to it now, and we are still a bit behind time, but we still had a good like 3 hours to party. So me and Anne go and change, and then we come back now. And then we do our entrance, do our dance routine, start the party. We're all having fun. All our people around us, the music does stop. The music stopped. I'm thinking, what's going on? And then now, guess what? I'm now seeing traditional presentations are starting. I'm thinking, when did we say there will be traditional presentations on the white wedding? Guys, why Why am I seeing my uncles and aunties dancing into the Igbo music to come and present us on the white wedding? Is it not common sense to do that at the trad? You've given us 30 minutes. You might as well give us 20 and just done it there. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, the white wedding, we just wanted to have fun and party, but everything was stopped for that presentation, and I was so
Chem was so angry. At that point, to be fair, I was kind of over it, because obviously with the wedding experience, man, I was like, listen. Anything else? Anybody? Go once, go twice, please. Let's buy one, get one free. Literally. What else?
Nah, facts, because it's like, what more? Today is the day. What more?
And the day went so smoothly as well. Like, it actually went calm. But at that moment, me and Jim were thinking, nah, man. I think at that point, we were so sensitive. Okay, we've actually got here now.
Yes.
Let's have our whole day. Whole day. So we were sensitive, like, nah. Any little... like, nah, man. It
was so much. So now this starts the whole thing, because, like... The relatives are now dancing in, and me and Anna are still like as still as a bone. We're not dancing, we're just waiting. Like, still. It's because we're thinking, just please, let's just get this one move on. Like, look, okay, we'll let you have a quick 1 minute. Quick 1 minute. Guys, and you know Africans when they dance as well, they'll take 1 step forward, 3 steps back. 1 step forward, 3 steps back. By the time they're even at the entrance again, and they have to come in again, like, it was taking time. So this was pissing us off more, because it's like, guys, please, why? You literally, all of our friends on the dance floor, they had to leave so you can do this. Like,
and the DJ was going
in. Guys, I hit the unke. Everybody was gassing. I was thinking, it's time to shine.
Man, it was perfect timing. But luckily, anyway, no one actually noticed like that, because the bar had opened. So everyone just dispersed and saw us. Okay, let's go get us some more drinks. And obviously, open bar, they think, let's go get some more drinks. That still confused me, how nobody clocked how pissed we were. Yeah. I think only the vendors, but obviously the videographer, the photographer, they were with us. Yeah.
So they obviously
shout out
knew.
to them 10 times. The way they came to be like, guys, it's your day, don't worry, do you want a drink? I was really thinking,
get us out of here. Bring that car, we're leaving. No, legit, so we said, bring the car, we're leaving.
We're literally about to leave. So it was just like, because I think from how much had gone on to get to this day, honestly, guys, it's about 9 o'clock. We just have a few hours. It's the 26th and it's all done.
It's done.
Let's just enjoy this last time to just like mask what's been happening the last couple months. Like, so we were just so sensitive, like, nah. This is, you know what, since, you know what, was it ever our wedding after all?
It wasn't ever our wedding. It says anneandchiem, please. Let's say be X and B.
Literally, because how things have been going constantly, like every month, it kept feeling like, is it our wedding? That's why I like that time when I had that breakdown. It literally was like, what's going on? Like, what? It just...
I feel like we said, after the wedding, that dark cloud was there, because we never actually felt a happy attachment to it. It was always a negative attachment. So
there was always negativity.
So when we finally got over the hill, it wasn't as if we weren't walking down the hill, we were rolling down it. Like, it was just a snowball kept building of this pain, this resentment that we built up. Yeah. Like, it was just so weird. Like, I can literally only say that the happiness I felt was the ceremony when I said I do. I can't remember physically being like, wow, this is amazing. Yeah. Know what I'm trying to say.
But literally, we're just so lucky that we actually did, like, we wouldn't change the day. Yeah. It's just that the experience would have made the, like, going into the day feel smoother. But I feel like for me, when I woke up, I was obviously like happy and stuff, but obviously I was crying bare, like getting ready anyway, because I was listening to gospel music, and it was like, you know, when gospel music is like hitting in terms of like your happiness, and it's also making you feel like, man, so I'm kind of feeling so many contrasting feelings of like, I'm here now, but then I'm just like, but what the hell was that?
Like you're kind of rejoicing that God got you free, but you're also thinking, why did I have to go through it?
literally, that's how it felt. It literally felt like that. So yeah, it was a lot.
It was a lot, man.
It was a lot, honestly.
Hey, Chai, but it's just so funny, because like we said, we've only touched on a minuscule amount of like how stressful the wedding was. Yeah. But honestly, like it's done so much. But we're in a good space now to finally talk about it.
No, finally we can actually laugh, because these conversations were not laughable before.
We're not laughable.
I ain't gonna lie, these conversations were not laughable.
They ended in many tears.
Oh my goodness. I don't think I've actually cried. Like, from us being together as well, I don't think we've cried as much as we did last year. Like, we actually were constantly just... But then again, now that we've been on the other side and deeped it, our wedding was literally like... it was meant to be that wedding that had to like break so many generational curses, like
every curse.
So it's like it made sense why, like, obviously the enemy's not gonna be happy with that. Like, they're gonna be thinking this cannot happen. So every time we're thinking, nah, let's not do it. It made sense now. Like, okay, it's because of course, like, look at us, like we are literally gonna build something so great, and our union, like even now, we even feel like being our marriage now, like actually having our union. Obviously, we've been together for how many years? Like before, like 8 years before.
8, yeah.
And it still felt very stagnant though. But now, like, what our marriage is gonna open up. Yeah. Like, of course, there'll be so many battles because it's just gonna break every chain.
Literally. Now, for real. Because like, if you're about to get married, or you're planning your wedding, and you're going through stress, trust me,
you will get through it.
You'll get through it because there's always light at the end. Like it feels like there isn't, but you have to just focus on the fact that you're gonna be husband and wife. You're gonna now be able to build your life together. Like no matter who's let you down or who stresses you out or what event that is annoying you today, just know that at the end of this, it literally is a deadline. Your wedding day is your deadline. After that day, just focus on you two.
No, literally, so important because we literally get so many DMs, to be fair, asking like, how did you get through it, guys? Like, people even had drama as well with their like bride price negotiation, and they're like, guys, like like people have actually struggled. It also makes us feel like, damn, when you're going through this, we honestly felt like, are we the first? Like, why is it? We literally felt like this has never happened before. Why is it just us? It's like after we got married, we now started seeing people speak about it more, like how much goes on during that engagement window. And now we thought, okay, so this is just like, you just have to really
it just happens. You gotta roll with it.
Yeah, you just have to roll with it. But honestly, anybody getting married, you will get through it. You will get through it. Like, it's hard. We're not gonna lie, it is hard. Like,
it took everything from us. Like, literally. We had to just fight until we couldn't.
Yeah, but you'll get through it, man. Because look at us, like right now, there's so much that comes after your marriage. Like, there's so much happiness, and at least we can confirm there will be no more drama for any other events in our life. No more dramas. I don't think we'll actually mentally allow it. We'll just see drama, thinking,
Impossible.
Back up. It's impossible now. Like, it's not gonna happen again. So, and that's the thing. It's a learning curve. So as much as stuff like is really hard, sometimes you have to go through stuff to learn and get to another level. Like, you just have to learn things. Because now, like, we will never get back there again. Like,
it just can't happen. Like, the experience we now have with prioritizing ourselves and planning is on a different level. I'm so sorry. If you're not my wife, honestly, like,
we have lived and cleaved.
Nah, for real, man, like, we're just excited for everything to come. But
you know what the best thing about our wedding experience, though? Like, our guests on the day, everyone has literally said they loved our wedding day.
Yeah.
So it's just so nice that as much as we went through so much stress, we managed to actually, like, we planned our wedding by ourselves. We actually did that.
We did that.
Like, considering how much we were going through at the same time, we actually did that, man.
AC planning service coming soon.
For real, coming soon.
Nah, honestly, to this day, I still don't know how no one noticed how mad everything was. It was that bar, man.
For real,
shout out the open bar, man.
And the connections that were forming.
Hey, guys, the connections were formed at the wedding. Where love persists, love flourishes.
For real.
Honestly, what a day, man. Honestly. What a day. There's not much more we could say, man. Like, I think with African parents and the thing is as well, before we even wrap up, but African parents, you have to apply some sort of grace as well. Because like we said, they grew up with African parents as well, and they were taught what they were taught. So they only know one way. So they've now come to a country to now kind of merge the two. The first time. So it's just always remember that people do deserve grace when the grace needs to be applied. But it's a hard grey area to kind of dance around, but apply grace, but kind of also understand that, okay, you are British Nigerian, and there's some values that you might not want to bring across to your child. And I think that's just the main thing. Like, take in, but filter out what you want and how you want to go about it, because that's what we have to do, and that's what we're going to do with our kids.
Exactly. And there's always, obviously, like, we're going to be the ones that have now been raised by African parents, but now we've seen a different way of how we're going to raise our kids. And even our kids, we can raise them in a way that they may deviate as well. I think but they want to raise their kids in a different type of way. So it's just an ongoing cycle that happens. So yeah, you have to give them grace, man. It was the first time being parents too, so
yeah, for real.
Man.
Man, but Yeah, I think we'll call it there for now. But like, we have so many topics. Like,
so many. You guys came through with topics.
Like, we literally had a whole list of things we'll talk about. We just threw that out and said, okay, let's get into this.
Let's get into this,
because there's so many things that we'll talk about.
Honestly, and dilemmas, guys. If you guys want to send us some dilemmas, we get a lot of those in our DMs. And guys, we be sending paragraphs back, so it'll be easier to talk.
Literally, for real. And just as well, guys, like, this whole like concept we made, we really want to untangle what it is to kind of grow up in as a Gen Z and as an African child, or just in general, like what it's like to date or form bonds with people growing up a certain type of way with this certain type of parents, single household, nuclear family. Like, there's so many different concepts and nuances around it. So we kind of want to really just talk about it, discuss it, because how we got together, in my brain doesn't make sense, because we went through so much when we were kids. Like we said, before the 5th anniversary we actually started content, you guys did not know us, and Anneandchiem at 16, 17, 18, 19 are these different people. Like, it's just mad, but we're gonna get into it. Next episode is gonna come very, very soon. But guys, we thank you for listening. If you're listening on Spotify or Apple, make sure you like, give a review, 5-star everything. If you watch us on YouTube, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. But I'll let my wife sign us out.
Why let me sign you out? See you later, guys.
See you later, guys.